you so much. I'm just super fucking blessed to be here, especially with the chef himself and Dr. Sconz on this fucking call, because I really take this shit super seriously. Just some of the conversations I've been having with Cody Bentz and with Sconzy is, I really wanted to be super, super transparent when I talk tonight of, like my journey and some of the shit that I've been dealing with or thinking about or struggling with, because you can gain a lot, I feel like a ton from, what did everybody do right? You know what I mean? You learn like, how do you do something? Well, you learn how to do it right. But also, I feel like there's a lot to be gained from the shit that went wrong or whatever, right? So basically a lot of that, it deals with motivation, right? And I can be a motivated person, but it's not fucking easy. It's not easy for me at all. Some days I wake up, feel totally different than I did when I went to bed and shit like that, and it's just, really, how can you get the alignment to be motivated? And I realized that one of the biggest mistakes that I've been making this entire journey is, the self-criticism on myself, how I view myself, the type of boss I am to myself, your inner voice, all of that. And I just know that, I've had one hell of a fucking journey, and I've made it almost harder on myself than it had to be in certain aspects. And that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I feel like a lot of people, maybe there's some people on this call, but if you've been in this for a while, it's been hard, right? So if we can all be real and be like, this is hard as fuck sometimes, right? So, but when it's like everybody knows that, right? And we're all transparent, like this is hard as fuck, but like, let's fucking get this calculated as hell. Do this the right way, the best way that we can. So it's not any harder than it has to be, and I know that Sconzy and Bentz are going to talk about a lot of the key points that is stuff that I really needed to focus on, and I don't want to steal anything from them whatsoever. But a lot of it, I guess I'll just use this example, right? I've worked really hard for a really long time for certain goals, right? And I was hard on myself every single day for a certain amount of months up to that goal, and then you look back, right? And it doesn't matter what the result was of that goal, but you look back and look at the time, right? Because we're in here for financial freedom, but also time freedom. And I wanted to tell everybody that was listening on this call that I made a major mistake a lot of this journey, and it was how I used my like certain amounts of my time. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not the go, 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 go. It's, did you stop and smell the roses and enjoy what you were doing while you were doing it, right? Because we all know that we're going to get there. So like, let's not sell any of ourselves fucking short. You know what I mean? And like, this has just been something that's been weighing on me a ton. And I just feel like everybody feels this type of shit, right? That it's not easy to be motivated, right? And it's easy to look like you're a super motivated person and everything comes to you, but we're all human beings, and this is hard as fuck for everybody, So that's what I really wanted to open up and just let people know that I've made it a pretty decent ways in this fucking journey, and that every single person, we're following the paved path, that's been made for us. And it gets smoother every fucking time. And I care about people so much, right? Like more so than I care about myself. And that's why I really had to dig deep and realize that like, I wasn't loving myself at all. Like I was like, if I did not achieve this, failure, that's nothing. You know what I mean? I kept pushing the envelope that way, and you're putting yourself in a mental prison. You know what I mean? That really doesn't put yourself in a position to grow as much as you could grow, right? Versus like just the pure attitude. I was reading this book by Earl Nightingale. I think it's like seven laws. I only got through the first 2 chapters, but the first one was, the magic word in life is attitude. I was fucking that up, and we're blessed here because there's so many people on this call that are so much more positive than I am. So I hope I'm not like speaking to people that, don't relate to what I'm going through, but I just thought that it was really important that like I opened up a little bit in that regard, that like this can be fucking hard. But when you're going to get there and you don't make it any harder on yourself and put yourself in that mental prison, then just the longevity of this. I always remember Jordan saying, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You know, we all are going to get there. Just like, let's not make it super fucking hard when it doesn't need to be. And when you're in alignment with that, then it's easy to be motivated. You know, you start to think about the things that you actually enjoy, right? And doing that, like, I know that the only thing that makes me happy on this earth is when I'm at my fucking best, like helping people on this team, like building this business, building this vision, trading, living this life. This is the only time I've ever been happy in my whole fucking life. I made some fucking mistakes. I really fucking, you know, went through some struggles and mental struggles through this, but I have never experienced anything like this in my fucking life. And what this actually has the capability to do for everybody on this call, you can have any fucking life you want. You know, I was on that call last night, that pop-up training with El Mago, and that was divine fucking timing. And we are the master artists. You know, the first painting is your own vision. The second is, who are the people close to you? Can you put strokes on their page, right? And then the third gallery is the QC vision. Every single one of you guys on this call has a different story and a different why. We've all had struggles, all different, and we can all relate on that and know that we don't want that anymore. And where we're going, that is something that brings us together, that unites us, right? That's, you know, that's the blood family. Like, race, gender, color, none of that matters to me. The blood family, when you've got a similar reason of doing something, look at how tight the people, you know, the Marine boys, dude, they're fucking brothers for life, man. They're right there in the trenches together, you know, and that's something that I know I'm always going to want to be in the trenches with every single person that's on this team. So I just wanted to literally tell people that, you know what, nobody's fucking perfect. Like, I put myself in bad mental fucking place, and I just wanted to say that out loud because I feel better about it. And that anybody that's going through a fucking struggle on this call, like, you don't have to be ashamed about it. It's not like we need to go to therapy, right? But reassess the situation, you know, because it just I use the metaphor of, you know, everybody's been fixing something, right? And you can't get it, and you almost like get mad at it, and then you almost break it, right? And you can walk away from it and come back, and it just goes together easily. That's the biggest point, I feel like. So if anybody was feeling any like type of way that I was, the best advice I could give is take that step back, reassess. You never change the goal, right? You keep running into a wall. I need to stop running into the wall, take a step back, be like, holy shit, dude, there's wood and nails and a hammer. I can build a fucking ladder and climb over it. Like, there is a solution to this shit. You know, there is the light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm sorry for starting this off on such like a negative, like down ass vibe. Like, it's a Sunday. But if you are ever in there, we are going to build a ladder. You need to be aware that you can build that ladder, that you can climb out. Like, that hit me so hard. You know, if anybody's ever had struggles and you wonder, like, would I want to share this, right? El Mago said, people deserve to know this exists. You know, when you think about it like that, right? People deserve the choice. You don't ever have to feel like, you know, this is hard. I don't know if I want to lead my friends into something hard, but God damn it, they deserve the fucking choice, man. You know, so that just flipped a switch and my intention was different. You know what I mean? Like, you can build in a totally different light the way you feel about it and how you're projecting that to other people. And it's entirely transparent and real. And the people that really want this are still going to want this, you know? So I hope that gave people like some peace of mind. I know it was a pretty downer ass fucking shitty tangent, but we can fucking build a ladder and get over the wall. We do not have to keep running into the wall. And I just wanted to be one of the people that, you know, like, I appreciate anybody that would say that like anything I say has value. So if anybody looks up to me in any way, like, I want to be real as fuck and let them know I'm not perfect. I fucked a lot of shit up, you know what I mean? But we're going to get through this because I've gotten through it. You know what I mean? So I know I can help people more from the shit I did wrong, not the shit I did right. You know, there's one thing I fucking learned is that you never win anything from the fights that you win. You know, some guy kicks the other guy's ass. Oh yeah, nice. What did you learn, right? When you get knocked the fuck out and you're down, you got to pick yourself back up and you reassess the situation entirely. You know what I mean? So that's what we all have the ability to do, you know, is to get back up, and we're taking the fight back to life. So, and I know that Cody, Bentz, and Sconzert coming up, like, that's why, you know, I know that these guys have the gems. Like, this is the stuff that I'm focusing on, you know, and I opened up about where I was at, because what these guys talk about is what fixes that, you know, what helps change your mindset in the present moment. I think that's the most important point of this call, is that, like, these guys are going to drive home what it is to live in the present, right? And that's where it's all at. So Cody Bentz, dude, he's coming up next, man. Dude, I am so stoked for what you have to say, dude, because every time I talk to you, it's just nothing but consistent value. Like, he's got a baby on the way. This man is a dad, like, already done, you know, working a full-time job, you know, in the relationship, being a good boyfriend, like, doing it all. This man does it all. I've never seen him crack. I've never seen him getting fucking negative in any. This man is smart and applies that. Like, so I am so stoked for what you have to say, man. Let her rip.
Sheesh, buddy. Sheesh. God damn. Yo, everybody drop some ones in the chat right now if you got some value from Schaefer. He has been fully transparent, and I think that is a massive takeaway from what he had to say. Being fully transparent with everybody, along with being fully transparent within himself, being able to admit that, you know, he's kind of gone through those dark times, right? And everybody goes through them, you know what I mean? Everybody goes through them, and it's how you pull yourself out of them and how you reflect on those that really makes or breaks you, you know what I mean? Especially in this business that I found. And I've only been in this a short time, you know what I mean? I've only been in this like 5 months, I think, altogether. And my journey has been, woo, like fucking mad crazy, right? But the main thing that I really want to talk about today is really these right here, right? This is a pen. This is a pencil. This is a motherfucking Sharpie, right? I know that's vague, and you guys are probably thinking, great, this dude's going to waste 20 minutes of my life talking about some fucking office supplies, right? Stick with me. Stick with me. We got props. 3M's going up, okay? Let me tell you. But look, I had a conversation with someone in the team the last couple of days, someone that I look up to, someone that I look more as a brother than I do a business associate, right? In that conversation, the one thing that kept coming up and reoccurring in his present is how his past kept haunting his present goals and endeavors and really jeopardizing his future, right? And I truly feel there are so many people in this world that do that, right? They base their present state of mind on the notion that their past still has the right to modify your future, okay? I'm going to say that shit again. There's so many people that base their present state of mind on the notion that their past has the right to modify your future, okay? What I'm saying is, in order to truly be able to manifest your realities, you cannot let the events of your past control your present and alter where you want to be in the future, okay? That's where these come in, right? The first one, the future, right? That's the pen. That's this bitch right here, right? The efforts you're putting in now is written in pen. That is semi-permanent, right? The pen has the option to be changed, modified, right? With a little bit of effort. Like, you can erase it, you can kind of scribble that shit out, right? That's why there's so many people, especially in the team. I know Nancy's big on it, and so is Neno. It's crucial to write shit down in pen that you want, that you're trying to manifest. You know, a lot of people say blue pens, but it doesn't matter. Okay, that's just me. Just write it down in pen. You know what I mean? And demand that the universe give it to you. Okay, you know what I mean? Demand that shit, right? The present, right? That's the pencil. That's this magical, mythical creature right here, right? Meaning you can change it on a day-to-day basis if you really want to, right? You can erase it. You know, sometimes we catch ourselves doodling on the outside a little bit. You know what I mean? Plans change. You erase it. You fill in the blank with something else, right? But we can change the present state every single day, okay? Once it turns to the past, though, like once today becomes yesterday, there's nothing you can do to change it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And the past, right? That's this boy right here, the good old Sharpie, right? You can't do shit to change your past. It is done. It has happened. No matter how bad it is, no matter how bad and attached you are to those feelings and events, right? You cannot change it. When you can fully accept that the only thing you can do with that past is use it to sharpen your pencil, use it to click that pen or take the cap off the pen, that is when you can truly reflect and overcome your past and not let it dictate where you're going in a day-to-day fashion, or where you want to be next month, or where you want to be next year, right? You know what I'm saying? So using your past to help you manifest your reality, help you manifest your future self, that is the key thing, okay? Using it as fuel, not letting it get you down, not letting it break you, you know? And like I was saying, and kind of piggybacking off of what Schaefer was saying, using that to kind of fuel it and not letting it break you and letting it drive you forward, right? That is the hardest thing to do, right? That is the absolute hardest thing to do with your past. But the moment that you can be transparent with yourself is the moment that you can truly let go of that shit, whatever it is. And I know there's a lot of shit in a lot of people's past that is super hard to get over. I've got my past too. I've got my demons that I work through every single day, but I don't let it get me down, right? And like I told this individual, is if you can't fix it right now, what's the point of wasting all your energy on it, right? Because we all know that where focus goes, energy flows, right? And with manifesting, that is everything. Feeling is fucking everything, right? You have to feel like you want it. You have to know that you want it, right? One small story I'm going to share is kind of a personal story. It has to do with my family, my cousin. She has gone through hell and back, this girl has. She's had struggles with infertility. And the reason I bring this up is because these events happened through the course of this last year, right? And there's going to be kind of some weird vibes, right? I don't mean this to get anybody down, because everyone's going to be like, oh, this is sad. Yes, it is. But what came from it is a beautiful thing, right? So she went through the death of a child, which nobody ever should have to go through in their goddamn life, right? That is some bullshit, right? However, what I'm getting at is what she took from that pain, that suffering, that anguish, she has brought into something so much bigger and so much better than letting that pain just drown you, right? She started an organization. She started a support group for infertile mothers, for people that have lost children, infants and such like that. And she's taking that pain and she's letting it drive her future into something so much bigger than I even think she even knows right now. Like, I don't think she fully grasps the power that she has with her story. But that'll come in time. I've been coaxing that fire a little bit, and it's really taking off inside of her, right? So that's the one example, and that's some dark shit, right? Like, that is some hefty shit, right? But my point is, you're taking the pain and that anguish and you're turning it into something beautiful, right? So if she can do that, I know every single person on this call can do that too. Right? I have nothing but faith in this family and nothing but love for this family. Right? So to really kind of wrap this up, the focus you're putting towards the things you can't change, that's written in Sharpie, you're letting that shit rob you. Right? You're letting that shit rob you of your reality in the future. You're letting that shit rob you of any sort of happiness that you have right now. Right? That shit's no bueno. Right? We all know that. The challenge that I really have for you guys this week is really take a minute for yourself, whether it's through meditation, hitting that flow state, to truly find what is holding you back from accepting your past and letting it drive you into your future. Okay? Find it. And I'm sure there's a lot of people on this call that still feel that weight of their past, whatever it is. And bro, that shit's like a boat anchor, right? A lot of people have that feeling, like your past drags your ass down. right? Find out what it is, okay? Reflect on that and really take it to heart. How can I use this as fuel to start a fire for my future? Okay? That's the one challenge I have for you. And if you guys are struggling with it, whether it's being transparent with yourself or being transparent with somebody else, reach out to me. Reach out to Sconzert. Reach out to anybody. I urge you guys to reach out to me. I am more than willing and more than happy to help anybody through it. Okay? You're not a burden to me. You're not a burden to anybody. I know a lot of people feel that way when it comes to their past. They don't want to burden anybody else with their bullshit problems that they think they have. Your problems aren't bullshit. They're real, right? So I really, 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 really hope you guys do reach out if you're struggling with it, even if you want help with anything, like with manifesting, okay, or with motivation. But I know it's going to be hard as shit to do, but I know everybody can do this, and I want everybody in this team to fucking succeed, right? We're taking this shit to the ceiling that isn't even there, fam. We're blasting the fuck up. We got our space boots on, boy. Our homie Austin K says that shit all the time. It's space boot season. Let's go, fam. I mean, fuck, you guys are going to be in Puerto Rico in under a month. You did? You know what I'm saying? It's Puerto Rico season, bro. Let's go. Fuck. But I truly hope that you guys really do try that this week. Really see what's holding you back. Really reflect and be transparent with yourself, right? So reach out to me. I will be eagerly waiting somebody to reach out to me, okay? I swear to God. But on the real, it is time for Dr. Sconzert himself. This man's got some mad spiritual sprinkles. I know he does. He's salt baying the spiritual sprinkles all over this bitch. You know what I mean? But Sconzert, my man, it's all yours, brother. I love you. I love everybody on this call, and shout out to everybody that's got their camera on. Vibe check right quick. Also, band check. What up? I love y'all. Let's get it.
Hey, I appreciate you, Chef, man. I really do. Love you too, man. Super excited to meet the new baby A coming in. Dude, this is the week, man. This is the week, man. I can feel it. We're growing. We're moving towards something positive. We're moving towards what we want to be. And I really think that the outline of this call is just being in the present. Like Schaefer said, like the chef said, man, you got to start living in the present. So what I did this week, instead of trying to force you guys to meditate and ramming it down your throats, I took a couple of quotes from meditation, a couple of quotes from motivation that I really want you guys to take to heart, maybe take down a couple of notes, see if they inspire you, because they inspired me. So right away, yeah, get the notebooks out, get the pens, get the paper, get the Sharpie if you want, use the pencil, whatever you got to use. But right away, one of the things that I really liked that I saw right away, and I was like, dude, I've heard this before. I don't know where I've heard it. But it was simply, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. That was by Fred DeVito. And honestly, this is going to be one of the hardest things that you guys ever do is start living in the present constantly. It's hard to always be you. You don't ever get to run away from being you. This is who you are forever. So you have to start enjoying who you are and what you are doing. That is the reason so many of us join this company, is because we want to be more than we are right now. We want to become happier than we are right now. I know that's the main reason I got back into this. I see everyone succeeding, and I was like, man, I'm kind of jealous. But now it's like, dude, I'm not jealous of everybody else. I am so grateful and so happy that I get to be around these people that want to grow and want to become better. They are pushing me to become the person that I've always wanted to be. And I can feel myself on the train tracks. I can feel the train moving. I haven't gotten to full speed yet, but we are right there, man. We are on the cusp. We are on the cusp of greatness. So one thing, I'm going to get into some meditation right away. Just a couple of quotes that I took down from meditation. And the big one that I read was actually one from Buddha. And it was, do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present. That is all there is to meditating. Concentrating your mind on the present. They were saying, like Bentz was saying, if you can't fix the problem right now, it's not worth putting your energy towards. You can plan to fix it, like Schaefer's saying, get your hammer, get your nail, get your wood. but don't just put all of your eggs in one basket. Because if you can't change it within the next day or in this next couple hours, it's probably still going to be there tomorrow. It's probably still going to be there next week. And who knows, it might be there in a month from now. But the thing is, you need to start working towards what you can fix right now. Live in the present. One of the things that I want to challenge you guys to do is do whatever makes you happy this week. I don't care. I want you guys to start dropping some things in the chat here. What do you do outside of trading, outside of speaking with each other that truly makes you happy? You know, whatever it is. Tell me you like basketball. I'd love to hear about it. Marcellus, I know you like working out, so drop it in the chat. Tell me that you like working out, man. I want people to start dropping something in the chat that really makes them happy. I'm going to give you guys a moment. I want to see what those things are. All right, so I see people climbing big hills, in the woods with the trees, nature, spending time with family, acting, meditation, working out. All these things are awesome. I love seeing the things about outdoors because that's what I'm into. I love immersing myself out in nature. And I actually took a really nice break from yoga. Excellent choice. Yoga is excellent. I love that, Ronzel, man. But so what I did about a week ago is I took a break. I didn't bring my laptop with me, and I went on a trip way up north where I was actually born, up near Minocqua, Wisconsin. It's pretty much Canada. And I didn't bring my laptop with me this time, so I could literally just focus on being in the present, just focus on enjoying the moment. And I'll tell you what, all the stress just went away for a day and a half. It was amazing. I forgot about the struggles of getting a new job, the struggles of trying to get rid of having a job and trying to become a full-time trader. So what I'm really asking you guys is to go out, do those things that make you happy this week, and reflect in the moment how great that feels. It's going to be, the importance of this is the emotions that you feel of peace and happiness in those moments where you no longer have the stress, the day-to-day stress weighing on you. That feeling right there is what you should be striving for in your meditations, in your day-to-day life. I want you to start living that moment for the rest of your life, even if you are not doing that activity. I want you to start living that moment, even if you are not doing that activity. I want you to feel that way for the rest of your life. I want you guys to have peace and happiness. So on that note, I'm totally going to butcher this name. I've been practicing saying this name for a minute, and this is a really hard name. So it's a person named Paramahansa Yogananda, and the quote is, "Learn to be calm, and you will always be happy." Dude, I've been trying so hard to be calm, and it's one of the toughest challenges you will ever face. It's one of the biggest adversaries that you will ever have to overcome, because it's yourself. You have to beat yourself to become calm. You have to get rid of all of these existential things that are always going to cloud your mind and realize that I can't do anything about them right now. All I can do right now is be happy. And if I'm happy, things are going to start working out in your favor, I promise you. The emotions that you are constantly putting out, law of attraction, manifestation, they're going to come back tenfold. So please go out this week. I want you guys doing yoga. I want you guys smoking and staying chill. I want you guys singing, dancing, meditating, going out, playing basketball, whatever it is, working out. I want you to do those things this week and remember what it feels like when you are faced with adversity. I want you to take those emotions, those feelings, and I want you to let those inhabit your space instead of letting all the negative energy occupy your space. So another thing that's really helped me is I'm really trying to get back into shape. I'm trying to get back into working out. Boxing was like my holy grail of happiness. When I did boxing for like 6 years, was pretty decent at it. That's not the point. Anyways, I'm trying to get back into boxing, and I can already feel how sore my body is. And another thing that I read the other day was meditation is a vital way to purify and quiet your mind, thus rejuvenating your body. So when you rest your mind and you find a way to calm the waters of your own inner universe, you are actually doing your body a huge, huge favor. You are relaxing all of your muscles. You're relaxing all of the stress that has been weighing on those muscles. They say sleep is very important. I truly believe that being calm and being in the present is more important than getting sleep, because you're already in that flow state. Yeah, everyone says, oh, you need 9 hours of sleep a night. No, you don't. You need whatever makes you happy, whatever you can function on. I don't care if you run off 5 hours of sleep a night. That's perfectly fine if you can sustain that for a long-term period. The goal here is not to be great within the next year. The goal is to be great for the rest of your life. So how are you going to achieve that? You need to start making the baby steps today, the little goals, daily goals that I've been telling you about. Start hitting those and work towards always being in the present and always being at peace and being calm. So, where is it? A lot of people, when they meditate, and even me when I first started, it was kind of a way to not be who I was anymore, to get away from everything. And in fact, meditation is not spacing out or running away. In fact, it is being totally honest with ourselves in that moment. And that's what I'm asking you guys to do, is just be completely honest with yourselves. Like Schaefer was saying, be honest with the things in your past that are affecting you. Like Schaefer was saying, he's overcoming those hurdles today. We are witnessing a P600, one of the best P600s in the game, doing it right now. So I just want you guys to truly enjoy your moments and reflect on the moments that you enjoy so you have more of those moments. So it's a continuous infinity of peace and calmness. So one thing that Schaefer said the other day, and I've heard this before from someone else, but I'm just going to say it's a Schaefer quote because I don't remember who actually said it, and it stuck to me when he said it. And it was, trading is the transfer of wealth from the impatient to the patient. The only way to become patient is to start living in the present. If you are constantly thinking about the past and you are constantly planning the future, I truly believe that you are not living in the present. You're not patient enough to handle what is about to come or what has already happened, you know? So I just think patience and the present is really the outline of this call. I really want everyone to just start enjoying their moments. And I mean, I'm not saying don't look forward, don't plan, you know. I'm saying start enjoying the moments good. Sometimes just let them, you forget all about them. So we are all, or at least most of the people, I want to see everyone start dropping some things in the chat for who's going to PR. Just put a PR or put a 7, I don't care what it is. I want to see how many people we got on this call that are going to be in Puerto Rico, because I am looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. Let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 14. We could be shooting higher than that. I think we got more people than that on the call that are going to Puerto Rico. We got 6 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got 7. That's half. I'll take that. 8. There we go. That's what I like to see. More than half of the people are coming to Puerto Rico on this call. We are all going to get to enjoy the present together in less than a month. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a life-changing experience. I have never gotten to be outside of the continental U.S. So I am really looking forward to some island vibes with the homies, with the greatest group of people on this planet. So everybody, oh, there we go. We're getting some more. I like to see that. I like to see that we're getting even more people on this PR trip. This is going to be so lit, guys. I am so excited to see each and every one of you in person and actually meet you in person. I'm definitely a person that feels vibes a lot better in person than via these calls. So I'm ready to get rid of all of the technology and start meeting you guys individually and start growing individually together. So the last thing that I'm really going to touch on, because we normally try to keep these calls short, you guys know that. So I'm just going to hit you guys with a little bit of motivation, because I never really touch on motivation. I'm always about meditation and trying to, you know, do what you got to do to be at the point where you need to be. I think motivation will help lead you there. I like it. I like it, guys. The big hugs. I like it. I love it, actually. But, so this is something I actually wrote down a quote that was similar to this. This one isn't my own quote, but this is from Doug Larson. He's a gold medalist. And some of the world's greatest feats were accomplished by people that were not smart enough to know that they were impossible. Just like what I said before, that impossible isn't real. Only things that were considered impossible until somebody proved that they were possible. They're only improbable. So sometimes, skip the spot, sorry about that. We're just going to move on from that because I accidentally burned through about half a page of notes already. But there's another one that I really wanted to touch on, and these are just some of the quotes that I've been going throughout the last week that have really been motivating me to actually get back into boxing. And after I decided I wanted to get back, I had like 3 different people messaging me and saying like, yo, I need a sparring partner and this and that. So everything is aligning. Everything is working out perfectly, and I'm loving it. And I really don't think it would have happened unless I was at the place that I am right now, emotionally, mentally, and physically. So one thing that Ralph Waldo Emerson says, it is not the length of life, but the depth. So what life do you want to live? It is not the length of life, but the depth. What kind of life do you really want to live? Do you guys want to work for the next 60 years, 50 years, 40 years, whatever timetable you guys were planning? Or do you want to grind and enjoy the grind with homies, with family for the next 10, 15, 20 years and actually enjoy it? I know I do. I don't want to work for somebody else that I don't respect and doesn't respect me. I'm done with that. That lifestyle is long in the past. I unfortunately still live in that moment, that kind of societal pressure, but I know that it's coming. Like I said, I'm the train, and I can feel the train moving on the tracks, and I haven't hit full speed yet. So you guys just wait. I'm going to have some big news for you in the next couple months where I no longer have to go to those shit jobs anymore. The other thing that I think is super important, you have flex on them. Put it on them, boys. But the other thing that I think is super important, and this is actually something, I don't know who the quote is from. My boxing coach used to say this all the time, and I re-saw it when I was looking through quotes, and I was like, damn, dude, I missed that guy. But anyways, it was, don't stop when you're tired. Stop when the job is done. Don't stop with running. If, say, you plan on running a mile, don't stop running after 3/4 of a mile, half a mile. Stop when you are done. And that leads into another thing that I wanted to talk about. And that is, most people never run far enough on their first wind to find out they have a second wind. Most people will never run far enough on their first wind to find out there's a second wind. And I feel like even Schaefer, he's feeling that way right now because he hit his second wind. He thought he was out of breath, and he just hit the second wind, dude. He's about to push further than he's ever pushed before. And it's going to be an amazing feeling for him to get to the point where he didn't stop when he was tired. He stopped when the job was done. So those are the things that I am super excited for everyone to try in their day-to-day lives. The last thing that I really want to put out, and that is persistence can change failure into extraordinary achievements. Don't give up. I'm reiterating. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. The only way to lose this game is to quit. The only way that you are a failure in this game today is if you quit. That is the only way that you lose. Otherwise, if you keep fighting and say you take all the L's in the world, even Schaefer posted this thing about Austin Godfrey the other day. All the L's that man took to get to where he is today, it's unfathomable. Most people will never make those sacrifices. So I want you guys to start knowing, like you have to understand you are going to have to make sacrifices. Things are going to be hard. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. I can promise you that right now. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. And I know a lot of us came here for a change. So I want to be the martyr that makes you guys understand that you are the one person that can change you. You are the only one that can do it. And I know that each and every single person on this call can do that. I've seen you guys' faces on these calls before, and I am so grateful. and so blessed to be able to speak to you guys on multiple occasions. Again, I am more excited than anything to speak to you guys in person. This is just exactly what I've always wished for, and it's finally coming true. I'm no longer wishing, I am making it happen. Bruce Lee says, to hell with circumstances, I make opportunities. To hell with the circumstances, guys. Let's make our own opportunities, let's grow as a team, and let's watch each other succeed and flourish. How much better does it get? I don't think it could be any better than that. I truly don't. Like I said, I used to be jealous when I saw everyone succeeding. I joined this company a year and a half ago, and I was in it for 3 months, made the excuses to quit, left. About a month later, this P600 kid named Ryan Schaefer hops in and just starts killing it. And he never gave up. He kept hitting me up every single week, sometimes multiple times a day. Like, hey, dude, what's up? How you doing? You know? And he never gave up. And he brought me back into this, and I am forever grateful for it because of the way it has changed my mind and the way it has changed my spirit. I am more grateful and more happy than I've ever been in my life. So big ups to Schaefer. Big ups to every single one of you guys for making this stuff work, making this company work, making each other work. So the last thing that I'm putting out there is I want this up for some Q&As because I already burned through about a page of notes, 2 pages of notes. So I don't have much else for you guys. I put down what I got, but I would love to hear what you guys' goals are again this week. What goals are we shooting for in this upcoming week? It doesn't have to be trading. It doesn't have to be networking. It doesn't have to be marketing. Whatever it is, it could be personal growth, spiritual growth, whatever it is. Put something into the chat right now, and I'll tell you mine. Mine is to get back to running every single day. I want to get back to actually running. I work a physically laborious job, but I'm still 35 pounds over what I weighed when I went to state for boxing in 2016. I want to get back down to my boxing weight. I want to see abs on my body again. And the only way to do that is to start making the steps towards that. So I think everybody right now, let's see what we're putting down. Nobody's putting down anything. Plugging back in full time this week. I like to see that, Bentz. That's what I like to see, man. I think a lot of the energy over the last week has been kind of like a flame in the wind. It's still there, but it has sputtered. So I want to see everyone get back to grinding every single day. You don't have to burn yourself out, but put in little steps every single day. Start the FTMO account, no cheat meals, and fund my 365, no 25 account. Awesome, Marcellus. Dude, I am looking forward to, I'm trying to get ready for my FTMO live. I'm still working on my demo right now, but by the time Puerto Rico hits in a month, I want to be fully confident and fully prepared to take on the FTMO live. Solidifying the next 90-day game plan. Fuck yeah, CTAR. You put down the game plan and you execute. Don't stop until the job is done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when the job is done. All right, let's see. Stay traveling a lot. Make money to buy a plane ticket, go on a walk every day. That's an excellent goal, Lydia. Just saving up the money is a hard thing to do. Honestly, I had to make a lot of not excuses, but a lot of sacrifices to afford my plane ticket. And I am paying the Airbnb this Friday. Brady is about to get the $150, and we're locking it in this Friday. I want you guys to know I'm going. I will be there, and it's going to be the greatest time. I promise you guys. It's going to be lit. Let's see. I just skipped you, Brady. Oh, confirm 30 people going into PR. There we go. I didn't see it. I'm so sorry, dude. No, dude, it's awesome. We're gonna have 30 people for sure. We're gonna have. Should I do 25 push-ups right now? I would. I'll do it off camera. I promise. I will do 25 push-ups tonight. If I gotta send you guys a video.
Yeah, bro. You gotta do it right now, man.
You're doing it
right
now. You can
Right, it's only right.
You got called out, man.
Dude,
Hey,
I'm
no
gonna-
trying around here, bro. No trying around here. We
Tell him, say, get out. Go drop 25. Tell him, right?
Here's a better challenge. Let's all do 25 push-ups right now. How's that sound? Where you at?
Go.
Where you at? Let's go. Let's go.
Damn, slow down.
I was just thinking that, though, to be honest. I was just thinking that.
Count your shit. Hold on, y'all didn't see me? Hold on.
Woo! Sheesh, boys. That's what I like to see, man. This is the most lit call of the week. When will you ever get to see all these traders out here doing push-ups?
Yo, I don't want to hear nobody
Y'all are too
saying
much for me, man.
Y'all are too much. That six-pack from PR. Let's go.
I'll be honest, I'm glad I opened it up for Q&A now because I needed that. I needed those push-ups right there, man.
Yeah, that felt good.
Oh, for real? For real?
PR with that beach bod, baby.
Yeah, let's get the beach spots going.
No, for
It's
real.
gonna be
Shout out to
swim
everybody
season,
that was on
boys.
this call, man. For real. We had 14 at one point. Next week, we're going to pack this shit out. Let's go.
You see that there were like 3 people dropped out when we started doing push-ups.
No shit. Yo, for real, everybody, drop some 888s in the chat if you really got value from this call. Let's go. Man, I'm winded. I'm fat and out of shape. I'm going to be straight with you. Let's go. But family, that's going to wrap it up for this week's call, man. Sconzert was dropping bar after bar after bar after bar. Sheesh. Schaefer, man, even though his vibes, even though he thought his vibes were down, man, his vibes got me right back up to be motivated. You know what I mean? I'm jacked for this week, guys. I'm still winded. I'm going to go take a nap. Goddamn. Yo, again, I love everybody that was on this call. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the value that you guys drop in the chat every day. You guys keep all of us going. We self-motivate everybody, right? Even though you may not think it, everybody gets self-motivated from the value that just gets dropped in the chat, right? So, family, everybody that missed this call, missed all the secret sauce, I will be dropping the recording in the chat, but that's okay. Let's blow this chat up, bro. Let's blow up the Sniper Squad chat. Let's burn it down. I love you guys. Have a blessed week. Let's catch the bag.